Welcome back to a overview of tissue. We're now in part 2. We're going to talk about muscle tissue and nervous tissue, albeit briefly. We will start with muscle tissue. We have 3 different types of muscle tissue, and what you're looking at right now in this picture is some of the skeletal muscle of the hand. Now, you know that you can spontaneously direct your hand to move. It is voluntarily controlled. Yes, we do get twitches and the like, but in general, our skeletal muscle is voluntarily controlled. It is striated, and it aids in the movement and range of motion of our body. Cardiac muscle is involuntary. It is found only in the heart. It has a specialized structure only found in cardiac muscle called an intercalated disc that allows for the free flow of calcium between the muscle cells to enable contractility or contraction or continuous pumping action of your heart muscle. Smooth muscle is found in the wall of hollow organs. It's also found in the walls of your blood vessels and along the digestive tract. It is involuntary. We cannot say to our stomach or our gut, come on, move faster, or to our blood vessels. We can't brain direct in a voluntary way, come on, constrict more, dilate more. Now they do, they get innervated by our nervous system, but not in a voluntary fashion. It's all involuntary and controlled by the brain, but not with our conscious thought. So those are the very cursory introductions of the different types of muscle cells. In your textbook, you will find 3 pictorials that actually show the intercalated discs, the smooth muscle and how it's formed, and the striations that are found in both cardiac and skeletal muscle. The smooth muscle do not have striations. Nerve tissue is found in the brain, in our spinal cord, and in the peripheral nervous system. A neuron is the basic cell of the nervous system, and you'll also see in your text a nervous tissue slide similar to this one in its own right. We connect one nerve to the other via dendrites and axons. Axons are I always say, the reach out and touch someone type of extender of the nerve cells that reach and touch either a cardiac cell or a other muscle cell or another nerve cell to connect messages one to the other. So as you look in the end of your textbook, they do describe these same terms. So we reviewed epithelial, connective, nervous, and muscle type tissue, and each being structured for its function. Now that ends that portion of chapter 3, and we will take and move from this segment into chapter 4. Now chapter 4 is really a chapter of terminology, and I do want you to go through the chapter 4 module from the online course, and I will probably post a list, or actually better than that, I think that if you use the textbook glossary list of terms in the different systems, as we go system by system, all of these will be repeated because they're talking about the different organ systems in your body and what they are responsible for, and they give you a lot of terms that will also be reproduced in each system as we go through them. So in our on-site class, I don't typically actually present this material, and for your online version, I do want you to just do the module, become familiar with some of the terms that are listed in that particular chapter, so that you're somewhat familiar with some of those names. And if you look even on the table 4.1, it lists the organ systems of the body, and the names of the primary organs and accessory organs in each one of those systems. So that is the end of this, again, very brief part 2 to the tissue chapter 3 information.